You've probably heard of Silent Spring by Rachel Carson, the book that sparked a huge controversy in the 60s about the use of pesticides in the United States. Carson used her knowledge as a writer and as a biologist to talk about the negative effects of pesticide use, from contaminating the environment to killing wildlife and even affecting human health. The title, Silent Spring, came from the fact that birds began to die as a result of pesticide use, no longer singing during the spring like they used to.
Carson's book kickstarted the environmentalist movement and made people think more critically about the chemicals we put in our environment. Carson also made a point of saying that human intervention in nature is not okay, and for the sake of saving the earth, it's better to not disrupt the balance that has already been established. But in our mission to preserve the environment, are we really just trying to prolong our own existence? In trying to save the earth, are we really just trying to save ourselves?
Does the date April 22nd ring any bells? Don't tell me you don't remember celebrating Earth Day. On this one day out of the year, we are reminded to reduce, reuse, and recycle. It emphasizes sustainability and taking care of the Earth. But in all our efforts to save the Earth, are we really saving our planet or saving ourselves? Do we actually care about taking care of our home, or do we really care about keeping ourselves alive at whatever cost?
Humans are like locusts. We take and we take and we take. But what happens when there's nothing left for us to take? People claim they're being environmentally friendly when the truth is, most of the time, they don't care about the environment at all. This is probably because they don't see how important preserving our environment is in order to preserve the human race. By neglecting to maintain the biodiversity on Earth, we're destroying the complex systems that exist and will eventually make the Earth uninhabitable for humans and its other inhabitants.
Did you know that the Earth has experienced 5 mass extinctions in all of its history of life? What is a mass extinction, you might be wondering? Even if you're not, we'll tell you anyways. A mass extinction is a widespread and rapid decrease in the biodiversity on Earth. In non-biologist terms, it's when a lot of species get wiped out simultaneously. Fun fact, over 99% of documented species are now extinct. But you're probably not worried, because you don't think a mass extinction could ever happen to us.
That's probably what the dinosaurs thought too. In fact, there's a lot of debate about whether or not we could be in the midst of a sixth mass extinction, one that could wipe out the human race. We call it the Holocene extinction, and it's no one's fault but our own. Human interference in nature could be accelerating our demise.
Our obsession with saving the Earth comes from selfishness and the realization that our place on this planet is vulnerable. The Earth existed before us, and it will exist after us too. Humans are only temporary, and we're trying to prolong our existence by maintaining the current state of the Earth instead of exploiting it until there's nothing left.
But the biggest problem of all is that not very many people realize that human survival on Earth is as vulnerable as it is. This is why the concepts presented in Carson's Silent Spring are relevant to today's current state of affairs. People refuse to believe that there is a problem with the way humans interact with the environment, kind of like global warming.
We don't want to blame ourselves for the corruption of the environment. Many people probably found Carson's book as very incriminating, which is why she received such harsh criticism. Short term, the use of pesticides acted as a temporary solution for the agricultural industry, but people failed to see the long-term effects and negative consequences of using such harsh chemicals such as DDT.
Even when people do finally realize that we're killing ourselves, they either sweep it under the rug and try and forget about it, or justify their actions with creating holidays such as Earth Day to make themselves feel better about destroying our home. One day out of 365 is not enough to make what we're doing to our planet all better.